Okay, I think that I am live now. So welcome to this Monday doodle here. I'm a bit under the weather today, so you have to bear with me. Today's theme is colors, because one, the weather outside is so gray in Denmark these days. Two, I've just got my hands on this very beautiful set of crayons, oil crayons from Caran, which is one of my favorite brands when it comes to drawing materials. And as you can see, they're a bit worn, they're a bit old, but they work just fine. They're in completely good condition. So what I will be doing today is I will be doing some color swatching, which is a nice and easy way to just get started, get my hands on it, and then after that I will try to see if I can come up with a color combination for this fella here, which is a Parrot, who's a part of he's a small character from a children's book that I'm working on, and I thought that it would be kind of fun to see, also for you guys to see how do I think about colors and how can I come up with some colors on the spot here. So that's a bit of an experiment, and you can of course draw along if you have if you're sitting with some colors at your desk, then you can do some swatching as well and maybe draw a character even. So let's see, we will start with saying cheers. Cheers out there. This is a cup that my sister has made and my fiance has then decorated it. We have a seal here and then a little octopus here on the back side. Okay, let's go ahead to this place here so I can see. Okay. First off, we have a yellow. Quite warm yellow. We have another yellow here, which is more of a cool yellow. We have a blue. I'm thinking this is a cold or cool blue, almost has a yellow, purplish hue to it. And speaking of purple, we now go into something I would call magenta, almost. Back to purple. Here I can feel that they're a bit warm. It's because there's still a bit of paper that's kind of stuck into the crayon here. So purple. And we have another purple here, I can tell. But a very much more dark purple. Beautiful. And so these four are in family, you could tell. These are analog colors, so they are very good if you want to create something that is in harmony, because they fit together. There's nothing kind of screaming out. We have blue here. I don't know what this blue is called. And another blue. Very different blue. Then we go into something which is more turquoise. These colors would be great for ocean scenes or maybe drawing the sky. We have another one which is this green or blue? I'm not sure if I would call this green or blue. More greenish. And then another color which is also kind of in between. More to the blue side, I'd say. continue, we have an orange coming in here. Fits well with the yellow colors over here. Nice and warm. But also, excuse me one sec. But also, it screams a bit more. This is more screaming color. Would be good for creating some contrast. And we have a warm yellow brown. We have a dark brown. We have a very reddish brown. Wow. That calls for some coffee. Where was I? Yes. Red brownish. Which is perfect because now we enter the red. And just looking at it now, I think also that these three colors here, they have something together. They could be quite nice. Maybe not for the Parrot though. But right now it's just all about swatching. These two also, these colors would go really nice together, I think. My way of working with colors is, as I've mentioned, is very intuitive, and I make a lot of mistakes with colors too, simply because I don't know what I'm doing. I just go with whatever I feel like, and of course, as everyone else, I do have my favorite colors, and the green one here, for instance, has never been really my thing. These screaming colors, I'm more into a color like this actually. This olive green is one of my favorite colors, and especially paired with a dark blue color. I think olive green and dark blue colors are like some of my favorite colors. We have another green here. How can that be? Yes, because we did the blue. This one looks surprisingly much as the one above. Only you can tell that it is way more green in the hues. And then finishing off, we have gray. We have a darker gray. We have a white, which is because of it's been smothered into other colors, it has this weird bluish tone here. Finally, we have a black. Which makes colors even more difficult because, or fantastic you could say, because you have colors, but then you also have white and black. It's an eternal discussion if those should be counted as colors as well, but the fact is just that once you start putting in black next to a color or white next to a color, you also get an effect. You have another feeling, another interaction between these colors. For instance, if I do it like this, have black border up to the olive green here, you get a completely different effect. But these are in fact the Caran Neo Pastels, Swiss made. I'm not sponsored, but if you'd like to sponsor me, I'd be open for that. I'm pretty sure that Caran watches along right now. Fantastic colors, really fantastic colors. The thing I like about oil crayons is the richness, like the fat texture, and you can really create many effects. I've illustrated one children's book, which is unpublished, using almost entirely all crayons. And what I like about it is that you can really experiment a lot, of course, which I love. For instance, you can do some more loose strokes, and then, pardon me, and then you can go over that and have the blue as background. So this was just a tiny flower. And you can of course create some fantastical effects also just by multiplying your lines, superimposing. Yeah, tons of ways you can experiment. I think now, let me just check the it works, everything is good. We will now go to the parrot, I think. And let me just see if I can put this piece of paper down here so I can still see the colors, so that you can see the colors. And then I have my little friend here, the parrot, that I would like to color. Let's see. The cliche color for a parrot is red, in my opinion. So I don't think I want to go red. What could be interesting though is maybe to go in the direction of something purple. So I could maybe, I feel like going in this direction actually, to have this color included. And then I kind of need something as a contrast for those colors, I think. Because I think that for the beak, for instance, it could be nice that it stood out a bit. So I need to have something that creates a contrast to purple color. So turquoise. No, I think it's too dark in the hue. I'm thinking more maybe about this color here, or it should be yellow. Yellow would be a great color as a complementary color, actually. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with yellow, but which yellow should I choose? I think I would go with this color here. And then could maybe interact with this color also, maybe for some of the details in the feathers here. Sorry about that. So this color and this color, and then I should just figure out which colors to use from the purplish here. I think that this color would be fun to draw with and go well with this color and that color. And then the great question is, because sometimes it's really hard to limit yourself, should there be one additional color? I'm thinking something with a blue, maybe. Yeah, why not? We take this color also. now I've limited myself as much as possible. So I'll just take out the colors that I need, which is a yellow. We have that one. And then we have this one down here, which was this one. And the turquoise. Beautiful color combinations once you line them up like this. And then of course also I should include that we're gonna use some black here to for the eyes. I'm pretty sure for the eye, yeah, and maybe for the mouth too, to have some more accent. It's incredible with my nose today. So sorry. It's a very honest live stream. Cheers out there. I have another paper here, which I'll be using. And I'll just quickly outline the parrot here using my my sketch here. So I can place it here so you can see what I do. As some of you maybe know, I really like to draw animals, and I think that most of the draw along videos that I've made up to this point is actually or are animals, and I don't know, I think I'm just an animal lover. I've always been, and I think they're so fun to draw. It's almost impossible for me to find an animal almost that doesn't seem like it's smiling, which I've always been a bit fascinated with. And then we have standing like this. It's on a bag actually in the children's book. So just imagine that there's a bag here, and then we have the claws coming up like this around the back here, and then have here there starts again. Wow. Okay, like this. And what I like about parrots also, or birds in general, is the way the legs here seems like it's wearing pants. Like so, and then we have the tail going somewhat like down like this, I think. And then we have the eye here. So we have an outline here of the parrot, and maybe it could be more like that. I have to then decide, and this is something I could spend hours, I would almost say, on finding out and choosing and deciding what colors I should use where. But since it's Monday, it's a Monday doodle, it's a more loose format, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead with my intuition. I feel like this should be the main color, because then I can also use it as a second. if this is my primary color on the parrot, I can use this to create some texture on the bird itself, because this is darker in tone. So let's just start with coloring in. I'm just coloring in here and then stopping here at the, I was about to say pants, at the legs, because maybe it could be fun that the legs had different color. You know what? I think that even the head could be a different color. Maybe. It's a fantastic medium to work with, pastel. Let's do the feathers as well. And I'm not even sure if the children's book is going to be painted with or drawn with all crayons. I'm actually thinking maybe watercolors, but this still helps me in getting the inspiration and working my way towards figuring out the colors for this parrot here, even though it's a different medium. So that was the body, the feathers here, and we are gonna go down and do the head first or the legs. We will do the legs first using the turquoise. Wow, look at that. Great color combination. And this is where the genius part about oil crayons come in. If you kind of go into the color here, create some beautiful nuances, and even go up here like that. You can also smudge, of course, so to get that color more even. There we go. And then for the head, this is where I thought it would be fun to use this very saturated purple here to really make that head stand out. Just gotta be careful that I don't hit the eye, and also that I don't come too close out of the border here. Like that. Like so. And then of course we have the beak, which I will draw as yellow. The feet too. And then we can take our purple here, and then I'll just add a bit of shade here beneath the feather to kind of give that feeling of the feather being on top of the bird here, and also down here. And then here we have these small feathers popping out. So, do a little bit more here. Alright, and now for the beak, and I completely forgot to make a small space here, a small white space here for doing the mouth. But this is where I can use my pencil instead and actually draw on top of that crayon. Like that. Actually, I can also create some small lines on the claws, like so. And then the eye, of course. Let's see, how did I make it over here? There we go. So this was my parrot. Quite good, quite good. I'm not sure about the turquoise down here actually, and also I'm not sure about if it was correct of me to use the lighter, should I call this salmon color? Maybe I would have preferred to use this purple here on the entire bird because it pops more, it adds more interest. Just to see if I can fix it by going over with this one. Seems like I can. And actually we now get a beautiful underlayer here, which is actually quite nice. We have the back feathers here, more covered to kind of make them disappear into the shade. Not too bad, not too bad, I think. And I think that actually I could leave maybe a bit here and then just leave the head having this light tone. So we have the rhythm of going dark, light, dark. That was a bit better. Okay, I think that was the start of this Monday doodle here, and now I have a job to do. I have to do to choose colors to decide, and also to decide for the rest of the characters in this children's book that I'm working on. I've mentioned it before. In January I was supposed to really get going, but a couple of things happened. So February, March I'll be working on this book, and it's a children's book about a doctor who gets these animals in who are misspelled. So it's really fun. It's a really fun story, and I'm looking forward to create and draw all the other characters. And this parrot is of course one of the characters that are also misspelled, but this is how it looks when it has been repaired or healed, if you will. Colors is a mystery. Now I've entered into colors in a playful mode. I hope that you also enjoyed watching along out there, and maybe you also did some swatching. I wish you all a good day, and till next time, have fun drawing. Bye. Let's see how I'll close this one.